that, but
alright, big map. Liquid on defense,
ULF
ULF on
one thing that you
attack.
have to consider is that ULF have not
Nothing
played
wild
this
with
map
the
yet. They're
pistol.
not
Probably worth
showing
mentioning
what
this
they
now, as
can
soon as he
do,
keeps getting more
and
kills
that's the
with it.
worrying part, because Team Liquid are so good at prep.
Exactly.
Likes a bandit on a pistol.
I say it in jest. Redguard didn't want to play it for however many years. I think his first official on it was like last year or something. And the Vitality result is promising.
At least the Saturate gave them confidence.
Finding this opening pick on the defender's side. ULF heading A.
Double mollies to
They
delay.
are be able to get the plant down in the open behind these nanos.
Yeah.
Oh my, what a fade
It's
eye.
even better from the rest of Team Liquid as they get those pistols
Dude,
firing.
what a fade eye
They've
this
not
was.
lost a pistol round since split, and that will be flawless.
Yeah, an in-zone flawless, and exactly the kind of way you want to find liftoff here. A huge opportunity. I mean, not only did they win both of the pistol rounds in the previous, you have to remember, they converted both of the bonus rounds as well.
Good
so
replay showing it as well.
Keeping a key eye on to see how this one develops.
Good job. Nice.
If it's going to be as clean as the flawless that we've just seen. A reminder for those watching at home, the winner of this up against a GX side tomorrow, which of course will have plenty to work on themselves.
Main completely been given up by Team Liquid, not wanting to challenge that at all. And as Minnie was talking about on the desk, that mid portion of the map completely given up, only really Nats to hold it down, and as ULF only really dedicate the chamber to that part of the map. The rest of the pack are looking to hunt for these ultimate orbs.
Really nice area of the map for Stern to try
No
and
break
work
tomorrow?
as well.
Maybe.
TP, of course, to be
Sometimes there's a break after
these
Pacific if it's not too
engagements, but
crazy.
actually Liquid back off completely. Just trying to fight through B. Miniboo, another opening pick, gets out of dodge, healthy, and good enough to find the second.
And it is just still waiting on Stern moving here, but all he's done is really break the turret. It's sure shifted the focus, but at the same time, Miniboo actually being left all alone. And it is a little bit expensive all in because of Audaz, but at the same time, now we look at Stern.
We don't get a look at him for very long. Liquid cleaning up in the end, 3 of the players surviving, majority of the weapons. Couple Guardians and Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, they lost one,
Not
right?
too much to write home about, but still an opportunity nonetheless for them to keep this snowball rolling.
I like the ideas
Guy with a Marshall, he loves a Marshall.
in terms of like how they're using the pack to distract while Stun gets played in. We'll see if this continues on though, and see if ULF want to explore that mid portion.
This is interesting. Most people would buy something into this.
4 players on
Dude,
A for Team Liquid.
big bandit
to try and
believers.
challenge this.
4 bursts and aggro, are they popping through the smoke?
Yeah, you can
No,
see
it's he just
the
insta,
TP
okay.
from
Insta
Stern
takes the
itself.
TP after
B
taking the
this time
orb.
takes a chunk of damage from Nats, and I don't know, must have spotted the head there. I thought for a second he'd caught Stern through the wall, but whichever way you flip it, it's a huge kill.
Purple with no way out, has to win his duel and cannot. So with that, we're
Oh,
equal,
boys.
and maybe one better through Neki.
Yeah, I have to say, Miniboo, well, it looks a little dodgy from his perspective there, just not expecting that second player to be walking down B when you often see that solo Sentinel, the Chamber, hunting for an early pick. Now a lot of pressure put onto Nats in this position.
Right?
Choked out from either side, has to try and find a way to fight, and looks like he is just going to back up for good.
Yeah, I mean, information known because of the owl drone. Trying to play
Last
forward here.
bullet.
Still does get one. Marshall in hand, needs to hit the head and cannot. Can't even connect a bullet, so spike down. But look at Wayne, able to escape into the site, but won't be able to escape with his life. Camel gone as well. As ULF get their first of peril.
Defensive Euro ult, so they could leave something on retake here. They saved enough money for an op as well. Did enough damage. This is a big Baron.
Interrupting the play patterns. Here it is.
Oh,
Oh my god. You can barely see the pixel on the top of his head there. Stern a little frustrated perhaps with how that one worked out, but in the end, the captain puts them back on track.
Yeah, and the old boys getting fired up once again.
yeah, like we said, big
Same
rounds.
challenge in a main
1,
through
2,
the feed, but
and
this
then
time
everyone
not
from
through
Liquid
the,
can't buy next to
Cs.
Lilies.
It looks as if all for the ones to win out this util duel.
At the very least, they've created a foundation here. A main control. Oh, no.
Oh, timing on this is a
Spotted,
little...
actually. He's just going to pass Stern by.
Well, that gets weird. That gets so weird. Gave him a little heads up with the trip.
Oh, no. What's
Doubling
going
down on this, Liquid getting aggressive through multiple avenues on the map, and all have come out on top.
Yeah, the utility, questionable from Team Liquid. Can have that talk later on as the round continues, and ULF look to... I thought for a minute, really go through art, but that's not the case. You can already see the players through B main looking to scale. Neki being so far up might catch Nats off guard though.
He still has the alarm
didn't
on
really
the nano
creep
to try
past
and play
that,
off of here. No shocks
Jared
left
as
for
well.
Neki.
Dude,
Knife
every single time they pick the
goes
right
over the
site.
top. In fact, it's
Just
a
not
flash,
solo.
so Nats undetected for the time being. Finds his first. Chance of the second. Waiting for
Yeah,
that
he's waiting
underhand
for the
flash.
KO flash.
And instead, he just eats the wall and all find the site.
Very nicely done. ULF playing with the numbers that they have, and Team Liquid, I think the towel has already been thrown in. As you can see, Purple running away. Camo with a Bulldog though.
Yeah, wants to recover that up. That has to be #1 priority here.
So
for
early
Liquid
on in
to
the game,
try and save face.
4
Difference
people
is this time
surviving.
from the last map is
A
ULF
lot of
gets
money on
in
this.
early. So a couple of real important rounds for them now, doubled up. Liquid just about in there financially. Should maybe buy around what they've got here, but it's still not going to be the full picture.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there'll
always
be a
solo over towards
challenge, but it
site.
won't be
Yeah,
like what you would
they
normally
might need to
expect on
change it up a
rifle
little
round.
bit.
But the thing that will probably
Every
like
single
kinda tip
time
the
it's weak
scales
side
in
over
ULF's
towards B,
favour
they keep ending
is they're
B.
forced to the ultimate cycle, right? In terms of, you can see that Neki has that Hunter's Fury as well. There is a lockdown one away from Nats, but that's insane.
Don't see that every day.
Yeah, I think the more worrying thing was the A main, like with the Prowler, and the fact that there was nobody identified
What's
on
Nat
box.
supposed to do there? I mean, he's meant to have
I think
more
while we're on
backup.
this sort of topic as the operator is
Not
Kevin
saying that he
Beaver
needs
as
to
well,
do
it's
more, I'm just saying he
interesting
needs
that
help.
He's the one who's using it, because obviously in this composition you have the Waylay who with a refract is really good at taking the space, getting on a line and then having that safety net of sort of dropping back. I guess at the same time, rotation speed on the Yoru is really great to just be such an omnipresent issue.
Yeah.
It's just about, like the players that you've got, because Liquid do have like 3 duelist mains on the team.
Yeah, they do. They do. And I mean, players who are comfortable with the op, and it's difficult to try and set up sometimes.
Does Deadlock have
Not
0
every
pick
duelist
rate?
player
Yeah.
is an op player, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Might be one of the
I don't
only
really think
agents,
of
to be
Minibu
honest.
as
We've seen
an
a Harbour,
operator player. I always think
seen
of
some
his
Vice,
rifle
saw a
work,
Gecko.
especially on that Neon during that meta.
I think that's another reason why we saw the
Sage
Heretics team
just
be so
better.
successful when he was part of it, because he's such a selfless entry fragger that you were always expecting
Phoenix,
him to go
seen
in
a
and
lot
get
of
his
Phoenix,
one,
man,
and
with
the
got
rest of the
Kickoff.
team played off that. Maybe, a bit of a system issue, perhaps trying to work someone in like Comeback, who is an op player by trade, absolutely, but doesn't fit in the same way, or at least not right now from what we've seen, as they stay alive in the lower bracket from the result earlier today.
There was a Rainer in China? Oh, really?
Here, which is stopping us from getting back in game, but we'll keep you updated with
Seen a
anything we
Clove,
have
seen
on
the
that,
Ice,
of
so...
course. And,
Is the
there it
Clove in
goes.
China as well?
That's unfortunate, but hey, listen, that's
Well, we almost got
way
the
it
whole day
goes.
without it.
But you know something funny that I've been kind of looking in? We're speaking about difficulties. Do you know what's really difficult?
No, Cara, what is really difficult?
Saying ULF twice, you ever tried it?
No, I'm not falling for that. See, this
come
is the problem with
on.
you, man. This guy's been going around the green room all day trying to farm people for content.
Man, it's what?
Be little TikTok videos. And
Just
stuff,
play it.
man.
I just wanted you.
I don't know. Why didn't you say Purpo burglar alarm for us?
Purple burglar alarm. How about you
Didn't tell
say
it was the color or the player?
Yeah. See, how about you say ULF twice then?
If one of the players does it, then I'll do it.
Oh,
No, I'm not buying into your games. Not yet. We'll see how long this tech pause goes for, and of course we'll let you know how that one goes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like as well. ULF,
Oh, not the mouse issue again.
These young guns, in terms of like how they've come in here, right? And we look at this game, this Team Liquid game, the fact that they've got to map 3. How do they start to measure in your expectations as coming into
Deadlock
this league?
isn't even that
'Cause
bad.
for me,
I mean, it's just a
obviously,
worse.
Kickoff
It's just
is
a worse
bit of
Sage,
one-off.
though.
It's basically them getting
That's
accustomised,
the issue.
acclimatised to the league. And I feel as if, like, so far, I think they look pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I mean, they look about as good as you expect them to, right, with 2 subs. Like,
yeah.
It's what Mini mentioned on the desk there as well, that this Liquid team has championship-worthy expectations to qualify to those big events, at least by the end of the year. That's sort of the goal that you set, right?
Okay.
Whereas ULF here, it's like, you know, one step at a time. Look at players like Stern and Dema, for example, right? They don't know how much longer they're necessarily going to get. So for them, this is a completely different opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily buy into the Team Liquid, like, championship / like, internationals, because I look at this roster, right? And
yeah, I'm not fully on board with a solo Brim.
Player being able to achieve,
Maybe we get to see
and
it.
I think of, like, obviously Miniboo, Nats,
he's
and
looking
Camel.
tired,
They're the ones who have been able to achieve
Might be a long
the
tech pause,
highest, right?
mate.
Being able to attend champions events, etc. I think my biggest question marks for me is more on, like, Wayne and Purple and what they were able to come in. But the real problem that I have with this roster is how much they're forcing the fact that the 3 pickup duelists. It reminds me so much of that Giant X roster at the start of 2025 when they, like, had all these duelists, didn't know how all the pieces worked together, and then they switched up, got players that were actually comfortable in their roles. Like, for instance, right, if you don't have Camel on a fade, I don't think there's or you have someone who's actually accustomed to that role, you don't have a player getting misidentified behind box on that A main that cost Purple's life, right? That's the point that I want to try and make here.
Yeah, I think at the same time, the roles maybe do fit a little better than people are willing to admit on this Liquid team, because Camo, at the very least, had a huge reveal on the first round. If we want to go for that,
Brim and Astra be viable here? I mean, you could go for heavy afterplant stuff.
It's been constructed in a certain way, and to sort of flip that back to the ULF
in
side
theory,
then
it would
here
work.
as well, and for the tech pause that we're currently experiencing, a client issue, so hopefully the restart should have that one fixed soon.
I mean, Camo's sitting up though.
This has to be
so
tough, right? Because you've just won 2 rounds in a row. You don't want to say it, but this is a break in play, a chance for them to have built up momentum. You can kind of see from the faces of the players on the stage there, Dema, Stern, some of the ones who, like I said, this is a huge opportunity for them. When it all hangs in the balance, you just got to keep yourself as focused as possible right now.
Well, I mean, they experienced it the other day, though, right? Like, they were able to bounce back.
Could be viable with the Harbor changes.
I don't think
Dude, I'm pretty on board with the Harbor changes, man. I think they're strong.
Yeah, that is true. We did have that.
I think it will work with any of the smokers.
Lapping it up, enjoying it. Everybody knows you, so it was, you know.
I honestly, I'm a little scared they overbuffed it.
Was threatened to bite my ankles. Sorry, bite my legs.
He was.
I swear that man, he needs to be kept at arm's length.
Well, that was your suggestion. Unfortunately, we can keep that conversation at arm's length as well. We can shelve it for now because it looks as if we should be heading back in game, receiving some ready checks from the players, and the timer has begun to count back down again. So what can ULF do here? They found 2 rounds in a row. Liquid not with the best of weapons to try and respond, but this is a test in itself with the
Deadlock got
amount of time between the 2 rounds that we've seen played.
Deadlock added an extra, is it 20 seconds onto the recharge of the Gravnet?
Team Liquid don't have the best
Maybe it's 15, I can't
able
remember.
to save a couple of those big weapons
Sage
from the
stayed the same.
round previous, but it's the ultimates that hang everything in
actually,
balance.
Sage
The
got a
fact
buff.
that if Nats can get a lockdown online, that would be a real opportunity to try and make something work here, but Miniboo doing his own work and gets rid of Demo.
Well, and a hero rifle, and it's a great start.
Problems this time connecting onto a first target.
There.
And Liquid, at the very least, are going to have numbers here. If ULF want to play Divide and Conquer, it's a risky game because, as I said, that Yoru is able to reposition neatly, already in connector.
They saved them, yeah. I mean, they're still, well, yeah, I guess.
Map.
Oops.
Just seeing the deep alarm bot from Nats, looks like Liquid really want to play on the sites where possible. Purpo has the coverage on B with his own Vandal.
I like this from Stun, though.
Deadlock, yeah, Deadlock got owned, man.
Totally unknown.
Plus the Sage wall distance is like a good buff for the Sage.
Yeah, but look at the space he's able to take.
Camo
needs to beware. Oh, that comes in at the perfect time. Can make it work.
Oh my god, he popped his teammate. Oh god. This is great to watch, man. Yeah, well, 2 guns into it, 2 extra on top of this.
Mate,
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
EMEA
It wasn't nice.
Peril, what is going on with these
Don't
runners?
start
Come on,
me.
Mini,
Don't start me on the EMEA, pal.
Can Mini do a telestrator?
I don't know. We might need a few more than just one telestrator here, mate. It's interesting, actually. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a conversation from Sliggy's stream the other day. He was talking about how, like, he feels it's the same with Abyss to Pearl, right? Like, just because the overall level is maybe struggling, like teams scrimming each other, then there isn't that improvement, I suppose. So it's a wider conversation to have, sure, if you want to open that can of worms.
It's a good conversation. We are shocking
For
at the
this
map.
round, Stern has an op this time.
Yeah, and he's not necessarily lurking like he was before. It's more about getting him on an angle and seeing if he can hold the space as he takes his time to do so. ULF looking to work other areas of the map, but it's a very slow roll overall.
As you say, Pearl has been a map which EMEA has had difficulties with for a long time, and with the amount of raw talent, firepower, double duelists we're seeing, who knows? It seems to be Pacific's thing more than anything else, the region, not the team.
I like that you have to specify that now.
Towards A with that roster behind them. It's actually Purpo who strikes
dude,
first.
surely they can't go back here. They're just going to hit A.
Yeah, but look at Neki and look at the space he's able to buy. It looks as if ULF want to go back towards A after faking.
Liquid haven't rotated on this, though. They're still committed to this site.
That seems to be the case as the operator of Miniboot looks to hold on from backside. You can see Nats holding on to that lockdown.
Nice shot.
A nice shot from Miniboot.
It's great info.
Will allow for the ultimate to come online, be used, but Nats and Team Liquid still stay ahead.
Oh, it's chaos, bro. God, they just got it though. Surely they can't get the plant. How are they allowed to get the plant? My guy, you got a plant. Jesus. Did he? Mate, if he actually won that duel, they would have won this. There's absolute chaos over towards us.
Then ULF would have won it out through the duels. A missed shot in the mix from Miniboot.
The molly, he punted it, man. Good connection.
Take back sight.
A great shot. Honestly, these two started off with great
rotation
shots.
Here from ULF, not the worst, but Liquid just committing to
solid
their
knee.
game plan.
Yeah, literally. It's a very nice one. The fact that you can see like that much delay coming through, no wonder ULF are going to go straight for a timeout. Just reset the players.
I think it makes perfect sense. I was talking about it earlier. You win 2 rounds in a row, long tech pause, or long enough, right, to defocus you maybe just a little bit, and then you lose the following 2 rounds afterwards. During that time, they can't talk with the coaches. Just get back in contact with them and try and put yourself in the right headspace, I think, because that's what a lot of this is about. Players that don't have experience on the VCT stage.
Miniboot needs to start dropping, man. He's hoarding money.
Building themselves up as they're going through this tournament, but it's still a long process, right? It's a year-long competition. It's not just decided by this one kickoff.
Do they force this?
That's the big aspect to it, is the fact that you have chances to develop yourselves, you have chances to really learn from your mistakes, and I mean, ULF have already benefited from that. Yeah, and they'll be hoping that that continues, you know, whether it ends up being a Clash tournament or something else for them
they do force this.
Continue getting those reps, but I think always, as a young player in the league, you never know when that next opportunity comes.
Surely a backup gun.
Into the buy round, there are plenty of ults on the
I
offside.
guess that means they're going fast and
using a couple
committing.
of theirs in the previous. But still, this attack struggling to deal with Miniboot's op. It pops up here and there. This time, it's on the other side of the map.
And Demo, without a buy, will have to use the Neon ultimate as they look to send it in, but nobody wants anything to do with this. Would rather just leave it alone, vacate.
Pretty good on this.
And you look at Liquid, they could go
Camo gets a kill, he gets his ult.
No reason to give him what he wants, right?
Instant reaction to clear over towards middle, see if there's any kind of luck.
It's a scary prospect if they get into post with
the KO ult just wrecks this round, no?
Yeah, I thought for a minute Team Liquid
they're so close spawn.
But that's not the case, so no command in, and that's going to delay this retake even further because they can't use the utility that they want to. Miniboot's operator, excellent, and shutting down Fabian. He needs to be brought back up, and you can see Demo looking to try and play Protector, but there's nobody to protect the rest. So it's up to Neki and Fabian. Time ticking away. Smokes down.
What a shot.
Able to hit the shots.
Oh, how have they done this?
No way!
Actual save, 2v4. Dude, has he pushed for a smoke and kill too?
I can't
What happened on
believe
site
it.
here?
It's another huge moment from Neki. Fabian with his own part to play. But ULF get it through just about. You can see what the idea was there, the call to play deep into Secret with the ultimate. Dema the whole time is literally left on a classic because Liquid aren't willing to give him a fight. He ends up being good cannon fodder as the core is restabilized and Fabian can retain that control.
There we go.
But
Not this
ultimately,
one.
it just has to be a little bit better in terms of the coordination from Liquid on their
There we
retake.
go, this one. Oh, he's mollying.
Yeah, I mean, disconnected. Yeah, the fact that like you're able to show individual brilliance, allow a chance for that to happen. That's exactly what ULF will throw when given the opportunity. We can see Cosmic Divide, and right now it looks like ULF are happy to identify an issue and trying to continuously exploit that, as once again they hit the A site with full brunt and Spike gets planted very open.
Yeah, Liquid with a chance to flood here though, plenty of numbers in place.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
That, but what is going on? Finally, Demo at least confirms it.
7-person duel backside. Oh my god, what on earth is this?
To come out on top. Yeah, just hits
it's a good try in the
refract
eco.
key there on his keyboard and ends up making a mess of it. Close in the end, but way closer than it really should have been. ULF getting himself in a post plant, Liquid flooding back through after the spike went down, and I think more than anything, you've just got to credit Dema again, how selfless he was, trying to make these rounds happen.
Dude, Wayne got
Talk
so
of
many
players like
dinks and no
Neki as
kills
well,
there.
who perform at their best when the rest of the team are. Dema's just doing his job, doing his role, and that is serving ULF best right now.
Yeah, another big swing round in terms of the damage done to either team. The economy not in a comfortable state. But it is in fact ULF who probably has the better of the buys, considering they have full heavy shields. But operators in play for both teams.
And Minibooz is soon to be tested. Dema again trying to wreak havoc against the organization of which he previously represented their academy. Took home the first stage in Northeast last year as a substitute there. Miniboo has been detected, and that's where ULF want to go and just send it straight down his throat.
Yeah, the utility stopping anybody from getting a real swing out, but you can see Wayne
In
looking
Wayne.
to dance with the idea, but Dema
Oh.
going deep gets punished for
Brimo
that.
on this
So
one as well.
advantage team
Camero's
Liquid.
got a big
Very
ult.
passive post
Definitely
plant
got to
here
keep
as
an eye on the
well. ULF
lurking
have to
chamber.
fight
He's going to
on
hear the
site
alarm
where
bot
Spike's going
though.
down.
Oh, but Stun's going to be identified
Oh, it's going to
through
go
the
so
alarm
fast on
bot.
this.
He needs to
Ooh,
get
this
a
was a
move
nice
on
little
to
combo.
support the rest,
Fado
because
got him low into
essentially
Brimo.
an advantage for Team Liquid to come back in 3 versus 4. Fabian spray down, it's unbelievable. So he
Oh, what a flash that was.
and looks to go one further. Now
God, these rounds are
versus
pure
one.
chaos, man.
A
Poor observer.
passes
Jesus.
now, and it's the Chamber of Stun
Dude, that was
comes
nuts
out
that they
on
won this.
top.
Was Fabian
I
again
don't
on
know
site?
how ULF have managed to get
Yeah,
away
every
with
single time
that,
is one
but
guy just
again,
going way
they go
above and
all
beyond.
guns blazing into the fire, and it's Liquid that get burned. Bit of a messy start, but then as I say,
This guy got wrecked with the combos. Dude, double ult into this as well, so brute around to lose. Yeah, great to recon on top of this as well.
Dart from Neki,
It's so
Stern
much
wraps it
chaos.
up.
And you can see though, as the team play off one another, it's like, listen, if you die, I'm dying with you. Like, you know what I mean? Live by the sword, die by the sword. Neki straight in for the trades. And I love that about ULF.
And that's exactly the brand of VALORANT that's been winning games for teams so far at this
Yes.
stage in the season.
Yes.
What was it that the Vitality coaches were talking about after that first map that they played yesterday against GX? How could you go from losing the way they did against BBL to smashing GX 13-0? Going back to the basics, the fundamentals, seeing what works for them, right?
Yeah,
And moving from that point forwards, and I think that's what ULF have achieved here.
and I think there was a really big conversation point run about Toronto last year about what's more important, macro versus micro, right?
My team
And
just
you
trying
think
to
about
copy
G2,
other
right?
regions on
The-
this map.
The one that
Yeah,
Mini
be-
and I guess is
I mean, in
one of the
theory,
coaches you
yeah.
spoke about, Pal,
But normally
they
there's a
were
lot that
really
goes
saying
into
like,
it.
they really
Then little
admire the
things get
brand of
missed.
VALORANT
Like when
that
teams
G2
copy like
want
a
to
whole
play,
comp, but then it
in
just
the
they
end,
like
it was
miss
actually
huge
Paper
factors
X who
of
came
why
out
it's
on
good.
top at that event in Toronto. So is it micro or is it macro?
Like if you're
that
missing the
wins
understanding,
maps?
then
Like you say, a micro-heavy team.
Come into the unknown.
it can just look insanely rough.
Tends to do better on the international stages, but when it comes to domestics, I guess due
Revealing
to
area.
Yeah.
Doing their own thing. It's
But is that a regional thing?
I don't know, man. Could be here all day. There's a game of Valorant going on, and right now, ULF look to be taking things by the scruff of the neck. Liquid left with bits and pieces out of the timeout here.
Nats is going to get hit by this knife.
Nats has a Bucky.
And then what?
He's playing back halls on B. Sole defender as ULF are grouping to re-hit the site, which they just found success on.
Yeah, stun being called over as well. So it seems like a decision has been made for the attack. Team Liquid once again trying to do this bunker down strategy that we saw in Split.
Echo and Sob, they're back for stage 1.
Round 2.
Last game.
It's Nats versus everyone here. He has been highlighted. His utility will have no further effects. And
Bro, he
Dema
wrecks people every time he's sliding in
makes it look
signs.
easy in the end.
Not the best guns for this.
ULF
Surely
this time
Purpo doesn't
playing
use his
on side,
ult.
but with a much better plant to
Sliggy
facilitate
with the plunk,
it.
it's his
Fabian
ult.
from up high.
Plays over towards long.
Liquid
Got
with a
Astra suck as
last
well.
gasp attempt at causing some issues, and Camo's got off to a good start.
Yeah, the only Guardian, the only really
Oh, becomes a little
long-range
tempting
weapon
now.
you can consider there.
Stern from the corner has a TP as well. Dema not quite caught by the hinder just yet, but let off the leash. Stern finding 2. Liquid a couple back
Dude,
of their
every time,
own, but
every time this guy slices, he's
wrapping
getting
it up in
kills.
the end. And ULF
Big
continuing
buy rounds.
off that timeout again in this first half.
Feels like
Keep on building.
is a must-win, to be honest,
Keeping
for
that
Liquid now.
momentum on their side. Many had spoken about how he wasn't impressed by Team Liquid's defence. It seems to be that continues on right now after a couple of spells here and there of 2 rounds. I mean, if you don't win that pistol and that anti-eco, right now you're looking at an 8-2 half for ULF.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because you were talking on the last map about how the timeout got them their foot in the door, right? Those 5 rounds in the first half. They've managed to replicate the same effect here, but to even a greater extent
Running it
potentially. Just depends how
Running
many
it back
more
a little
of these
bit
rounds they
different.
can recuperate. Liquid now with a full buy.
Going for a 3-2. Might be the
Having
first time we've seen a
gutted
bigger
out
stack
mid,
over
it
towards
looks
B
like
on
ULF
this one.
want to split
Every
the
single
B
time they
side
normally
this
pick the
time.
weak side.
Yeah, and with 4 ultimates behind them, very easily a shoulder being seen. Mini boot at least able to take Stern offline.
First bloods have been so important, and Liquid now have that. Bodies on site. Miniboo the next. Purpo following it up. With the snap
well,
of their fingers.
when they actually stack the right side, it looks pretty easy.
Yeah, fantastically done, and simply done actually, realistically. Just holding smokes, not moving position, and it felt as if they weren't really challenged. This is a big kill from Miniboo to just try and teeter on the edge of being in the open. That's what you want your duelists to do.
Yeah.
Nice utility from the fade.
It's also the round which Liquid have been setting up for from their own timeout, so you have to give credit where it's due. A simple read against ULF's repeated hits of the B site, and
It's basically a
looks like they've got
1-3-1
it
as well. They're kind of
here as well,
realizing that
because
they're hitting fast on
at
this
the
one,
very
so we've got
least
multiple
it's
over towards
early
spawn, so they can
A-pop.
fast rotate. Gonna have 4 over towards the site. It's a good adjustment when they just start rushing. The teams are really implementing a lot this year.
To be thrown into the mix. Camo getting a
Honestly,
kill
Talon
just
brought it
before that
back.
smoke blooms.
Talon brought it
That's
back
gonna
and
give
started
Liquid
using,
once
well, they
again
started
an
using
advantage to
1-3-1.
try and work from, and
Like the
work
end of
from
last year, and now
very
everyone's doing it.
It looks good. Demo getting caught by his own team's ultimate, but is able still to come away with the
Then
kill.
kinda needs to make sound for Neki
ULF
here.
trailing by 1 in this position. Stern has his ult and is just looking for an overpeak.
Looking for
Good
Camo,
shot.
but immediately head taken off. So up to the tour de force of Stern. He tries to work the angles. It's going to be a difficult one. And now identified in a main through the Prowler. Time ticking away. And with a Bucky or an Operator, it's not the best of weaponry you could want.
Liquid have the contact set up here as well. Needs to clear close, knows Camo's there. Just waiting for the swing.
So probably going to be a 6-6 half unless something epic was to come through from Stern. He does get the first. but not the
Nice
second.
adjustment after the
So
timeout
we
from
end up
Liquid here,
all
though.
even going into half time.
Definitely.
Yeah, some great
Good
defensive,
call against us, the
fade
straight-up
utility
rushes.
there from Camo on the site hold. Sees had
Wolf and
everyone
Manju and
definitely
Barrel,
needs
they
to
play
reveal
so much like a Pacific
exactly
team,
what the
yeah.
doctor ordered, but can Liquid haul it over the line, or will ULF keep this story going? We'll find out.
They
after
don't mind
this.
absolutely sending it.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Red Bull gives you wings.
Congrats on the win, by the way, Boo. He worried me for a fair amount of today, though, with it. Both remind you of Nongshim as well. I mean, it's going to be the Fearless Neon. No one's quite on the level of Fearless as Danby, but doing a good job. It was close, Boo. It was close, man. I would say just them. But just. But just. Um, 18-9-11. Thank you so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate the 3 months. Thank you for that.
With each team taking their own map pick, things couldn't be closer heading into the final half of this series. One of them going home in the lower bracket, and someone who's going to hope
staying up
won't,
with the Prime.
so
Appreciate the
keep
20
that
months.
kickoff run going is Dema.
Yeah, I feel as if since the last game, he's really upped his game. But overall, like, you compare Dema to Sop, and it feels quite unfair. Not had the best of starts in kickoff Dema. But for me, he's always struck me, as I said before, as this neon jet, raised type of player, right? Sure. He's on his comfort. He needs to be shown as his best if he wants to try and put himself in the shop window for future splits.
Exactly right. He's just a hard entry player more than
Pistol
anything else.
rounds?
The picture
That's a great
trying
question.
to paint. And now
3-2,
on the defender side, how
I
do
think.
you tailor that to your advantage?
Not 100%. Someone can.
Liquid heading over
Someone
to
can
the
check
attack
it.
and taking a main
They
beyond
could go in
the
for their own
smoke,
5-person bust.
They're going to invest some utility to do so. In fact, when Camo's Prowler hits nothing, they kind of start to realize, okay, there's nothing here, and Ulf the same in middle.
Yeah, they're starting to reset their shape.
It is
It's
3-2.
I
Okay,
thought
nice.
for a minute we're going to go even go into the back lines of Team Liquid, and right now, Ulf happy to give
5v5
everything up.
retake.
Yeah, it looked like for a moment Dema wanted
Brim
to
molly
fight
for
from
after
backside, but he's
plant.
giving it up
That's
now,
it
a
on this
double up
one.
in secret. As Liquid have ambitions of their own to fight this one forward, perhaps. No, it's to Art where they go, and Ordaz under the microscope now.
Yeah, good for a headshot or two as the players come his way. He can't connect a whole bunch, so we look towards the rest. Fabian, another player who's pretty good on these pistol rounds, and well, unfortunately, Camo
one
looks to put
swing in,
Liquid
one's
even
using
further
util.
in front. Player to the good, and still that spike not being worked at. His time is beginning to tick away, and Nats perhaps may have already
Nats
won
makes it
this
easy.
round. This is 2-1 with both players in main, and Neki only a frenzy in hand. He needs to get up close and personal, but that puts this distance away from the spike, which is about to detonate and allow Liquid the pistol round.
4-2 on the
Another
pistols.
pistol round
Double pistol for Liquid.
By my count, that's now 4 in a row over the last 2 maps. So definitely giving themselves the best odds at the start of these. Really like the reaction for them to fight into the art space. Made it difficult with Ordaz being the casualty. No smokes to make that defuse any easier. And so
Pixel,
lead
what the hell?
restored.
Amazing call from Domi here. Very
Or
important.
should I say, Liquid in front for the first time in a while. And it just sounds there like Miniboo was the one involved with making that decision.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Is this the
Liquid
fight
this
over
time.
towards
Very quiet in their approach.
Art, maybe?
Could be troubled waters they're walking into, though.
Yeah, there are sort of 3-4 players here on the offside if you count.
it's a heavy
Stern, he
stack.
has the
Chamber can
information,
get there with 4 bullets.
Just having a look at them. Okay, Purpo,
Yeah, it
sure.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. You know what, mate? Every now and then you get one like that.
Getting everything for this as well.
So
Camo's
Liquid
allowed
should
to
have
hunt.
this round. No questions asked. And I think it comes back
One
to
extra
just that
kill for
little
Camo
bit
would
that
be
was mentioned
very
there,
nice for them.
by the coaches, by Lohan. Yeah, it sounds like Miniboo is finding his part in being a very vocal duelist.
Very
you know how
nice.
important he
Could
was to
mean this is an
Heretics.
easy call. One away from all.
And I think that with this in-zone flawless, right, Team Liquid are going to have to rely on their duelists to be these entries, to be in this
Stormy,
position.
Miniboo.
Like Purple being able to get a ridiculous kill, right? But at the same time, yeah, it's just very nicely played.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he was blinded by the flash of Miniboo there as well. So while we don't know much about what the calling structure looks like, maybe not calling the flashes, just kidding. But no, he is absolutely leading the line right now in the server. One thing which ULF are without, other than moments, is someone putting up big numbers.
That is it. And I mean, you look towards that first map, right? Think of Audaz. Oh, stun. Demo. Nice mid-engagement.
Jesus.
And that spike looked for a minute like he was going to head towards B, but instead, no. They back off.
Where are you?
This would be a huge round for ULF as well, denying Liquid the bonus where they've already won a couple of them in this series. Just tracking the ultimates. Camo has his, of course, but no claws to use it right now. And ULF playing with a lot of discipline, not giving a way back into this Liquid side, which currently are looking for anything to grab onto.
I see more pushes on Pro. I thought
anything here.
I was just B simulator. I mean, the Pro got changed, man.
Individually will not be able to
2 changes over towards B site.
Here.
Eventually made it.
Natsu
Honestly, a pretty decent map.
finds himself all alone in a 1 versus 4. He's been good
Not
for
great,
a clutch
it's
here or
not
there
awful.
over the years, but right now feels like a tough ask. So ULF straight back in it.
It does. You know, the history's there for Nats, but seeing him on Killjoy on Pearl in 2026, it's like just a shock to the system of the old Valorant viewer. But in terms of this round, I have to say, impressed with ULF just doing their thing, right? Player for player, pound for pound, good in these 1v1s. Taking some engagements together there.
Must win rounds.
To really move
Well,
forward.
down to Nick if they lose it, so you would imagine some kind of idea with Fade or there's some kind of idea with 5+ in sight here. They're actually just rushing them down again. They did to them, they're going to try to do it back.
10 assists shows you how comfortable he is.
Surely that Prowler's...
How comfortable Team Liquid could get as they head towards the space site, which is only stocked.
God, that
with
felt
one
risky,
player.
man. Maybe I missed something here, but...
It is just Neki, and he doesn't really have a way to fall away from this position either. He is committed to this. Nightfall not going to hit him or stun.
Yeah, hits Chamber.
I mean, able to stay alive. Almost gets away with
The
a
most
kill.
Valorant
Team
duel I've ever
Liquid
seen.
will flood the kill feed in the end. And ULF, I mean, a bit disconnected. Stun still in towards that lane. Audaz nowhere near, probably trying to support through stars. So Team Liquid looking to head to 9.
Unless either of these ULF players can do anything about it. Stun without a TP. 10 toes down, trying to take anything that he can.
Yeah, just going
But
to be saving
Audaz
into this one.
left
Makes
in
a
his
lot of
wake.
sense.
And just forced to save
Drop
up
and then
what he
get the
can. I
3.
mean, ULF have money here still to buy around. They are in a decent position themselves. It was Liquid, honestly, on the receiving end of this one that could have been in a bit more of a troubled position. But a huge round for them to
Round?
find,
I mean, yeah, it's so good
nonetheless.
for the
It's that
recon.
2-round gap restored.
3,000 on top. Can now basically tank a loss.
So Audaz able to rescue a rifle into the next one, which Demo will be thankful for, considering
Oh,
he's the
ULF,
one
they came from Ascension.
with the lowest economy there. In fact, we're going to even see an
Dude, why are we
slow-moing
slow-moing this? Dude, twice. Double slow-mo.
Considering most of the rounds so far have been won by Team Liquid.
I feel like I've seen that same replay like 3 or 4 times so far in this series.
Dude, you don't want to miss an
spray
EMEA.
battle
In
just
EMEA, the
strafing.
replay guy is an absolute savage. He really
Protected
is.
bullets, don't know what those are. But it won't matter with Stern's op here. Teed up by a Fabian Flash. Looking for something, gets on the line, but Liquid should know this.
Yeah, but there's a player up close and personal right in the pocket. It is Purple. He's able to net himself the kill. And there's more utility sent ULF's way.
Yeah, and they can swing the corner and see that someone's close.
With mid control.
Hey, you can't flash after that,
Flash
surely.
doesn't get the best
Guys,
coverage
you can't go
from
aggro after
corner.
that.
Fabian dropping back, but Dema holding the line. Nobody getting in the alley just yet. And now the support of Neki arriving.
Kind of surprised Nats isn't taking more space with what's going on from the info.
To look towards mid, but scared perhaps of any other escalations from parts of the map, especially the extremities.
Oh, this looks like great mid-rounding. If they can isolate
Joe
Nats in
Fanats.
A main here.
Well, he's already seen the leg, doesn't anticipate the KO. So Fabian will put
Clear
ULF
over
in
towards
an
A main.
advantage, but Look at this, the pack is elsewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what ULF needed to do. Get a little bit of info on the map after having all four focused on mid.
Oh, nice grab, Will.
Late rotation towards this B site though. Necky has his first.
Yeah, the player's so delayed, trying to get out.
Awesome.
And it's a brilliant
Well, like we said, they can tank a loss with this,
Really
and
well constructed from front to
not
back.
too though.
Those first couple of fights in middle, a little bit touch and go with Stern's ob. You could see what the plan was, but then that instant reaction to pressure Nats on the extremity, give themselves a bit of control if maybe Liquid wanted to head through R. And
Yeah, ULF are insanely proactive right now.
B crossfire, which ends up claiming the round. So just one in it now, and Liquid letting loose their final timeout.
Yeah, need to sit down and talk about things before ULF get the momentum at their backs. And with that, we are towards the latter stages of the game, right? The latter stages of an elimination series.
Why Nats' fragment's been a little lower than normal this split. Mate, it's just when you get it's when you get new players, man.
1 and 2 game.
What was that year where Boaster had to like micromanage loads of people as well? Like the same thing when there's so much, like it's so much easier, especially when he's like lurking as well. So much easier for him to like focus on his crosshair, focus on his aim. When it's all like new teams, new meta and stuff like that, like you just have less time to focus on yourself.
In terms of how things were for them, but
whether it's like actual
yeah, I mean,
prep
they've gone
of
from stage
warming up
they're looking better and better. I mean,
to
this
focus
is
on your aim and all that
big
stuff, or whether it's literally just like micromanaging people around the map.
Down as they look right now.
Yeah, I think like to beat a team like Team Liquid, the fact that like you have players that we've mentioned, right, who have been all the way to champs, it feels like Liquid got the best of the rest that was left out. It's not anything, any criticism of any player, right, but it feels as if like this would be a massive result for the Ascension team, especially considering the 2 subs that they have.
I mean, Nats knows what it's like to face a rebuild. It's one of the reasons why he stayed in this team so long and continues to deliver here.
Whoa, that's a...
Not gonna get
It's a wild trade on that.
And Liquid quickly pivoting and
oh mate, you missed your window.
Hooked in by the stunned player, couldn't finish it off, and Necky's no better.
Yeah, I mean this is the problem.
BC Sugars, thanks so much for the 24 months. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for that.
Trading off one another, but there can also be ways to manipulate that. That's exactly what Team Liquid have done.
Setting up for this one, Dema again, just the one, and so Fabian has to be the sole ULF player to find 2 kills here if he wants to clutch this out. Util belt empty, no time for the knife, knows about Camo's position, and has to extrapolate from that where Wayne may be playing from. Still has the molly available. He can play to the clock. Fabian has to cut Camo out of position and does so. Extracted to perfection.
Molly should win it.
Wayne still with seconds to buy, but Fabian maybe knows he can get half. It's a half too far in the end. Wayne to take them to 10. Liquid
Snappy? Oh, the shot was really fast, yeah.
Yeah, double digits found, but at what cost? Because all four players lost there in the end. 2 ULF's 5, and I actually don't hate if they were to try and force in here, which looks like it is going to be the case. Ultimates in play for both teams.
Nice, Wayne. Let's go, Wayne.
You talk about players like Wayne, he's coming to a brand new environment. I don't think it's fair to cobble him in with the rest, right?
People said Yoru was dead when his ult was nerfed. Now people want him nerfed even further. My guy, you're reading messages from people that don't have a clue.
Together over time, the Nats conversation. Kiko,
I'm not sure anyone that knew that they were talking about would have said
that. He's a guy
man.
driven by routine, and he is going to get the results that he wants in the end. One step at a time.
It was never going to affect him.
Running mid control right now, and again, it's only Dema
still has
in this link position.
Still has 2 flashes.
Hunter's Fury straight in as a reaction to the utility, but at the same time, Team Liquid have beat the utilities. They look to try and work their way through mid, but into
this guy's an
Fabian's
aimer, man.
crosshair
Look at him
they
go.
go. So a double up, 2 players to the good, go to the defense, and a real chance to try and claw back around.
It was a really nice combination there to start, but Camo finds Fabian on the overextension. ULF still have Stern in main, and he is yet to receive contact, so understanding the possibility of a B pivot is very likely. You've also seen Ordaz now move over into long, so control.
Dude, if he keeps on going for more.
ULF as it stands.
20 seconds, guys. You
Where do they go?
Yeah,
well, they're saving.
a bit confusing.
I think they're just saving. Yeah.
Has to be.
Done here.
Really?
Yeah.
10
I mean, ULF
seconds
have
left.
all of the control. There's not too much that you can do from this position in the end. And
Yeah, and there's a few players on low creds like Camel, 50, Miniboo on 100. And I mean, what? All it was expended there for ULF was the Hunter's Fury.
yeah. And that's what I was saying, right? It looked like a simple play on the
Alright,
surface.
important
The
round,
stunning
especially
from
when
Demon to
everyone's
do a
money's
little bit
low.
of
Well, I
damage.
say
If that
everyone's.
had
ULF's money's
landed,
really good after this.
maybe even an extra kill, but
There's so many
actually, it's
ults going
Fabian,
down,
the
you're
one who
probably
does
going to
the
see a
heavy
big duel
lifting.
on A main.
And now, as I was saying earlier, where we didn't have ULF players fragging out and actually starting to go positive, I'm seeing, you know, 3 players now with 13 plus
Jesus,
kills.
the book's gone.
And
Frustration.
actually, it's Liquid slowing down the
It's throwing
pace
the
a little
book
bit.
down.
Yeah, frustration from the coaches, and there's no way to interject from them anymore. It's all left to what's on the server. And ULF 1 round away from equaling things out once again.
I mean, if ULF can see that things are heading in the right direction,
I'm
no
surprised they
reason to
do
give a
this.
break in play.
What
Do
ult
not
do they want?
interrupt your opponent if they're
Okay, I mean, they
making a
got
mistake, or in this
insane
case,
combo.
trending downwards.
And they want to fake
Spike
with the
has been left to
ults.
the B side though.
Okay, fake with Yoru or join the team.
And you can see Liquid
Surely
are
the
setting up
TP
to
should have gone
split
further
this
down
through
here.
middle again. It's been a changing of the guard though. It's Fabian
They're not going to get much from this Yoru.
in double doors, and with a judge no less. He's made himself known very early.
Oh god, it's got a 1v1 with a judge.
Really
Oh, okay, they get it out
under
here.
the collar there, under
Okay, I respect that.
pressure.
That was way better than I thought.
Neki.
Oh god.
Brilliant shots, but in the end, still the player count equal. So it's up to Liquid to
Oh
try
god,
and...
dude.
Oh, receive!
Look at the
Prioritise,
aim.
takes
I can't.
heads. So Purple's stuck in a corner to try and clutch up a 1 versus 3, and all the players are there to capitalise. 10 to 10 is the
Nico.
score.
Dazzling from Ordaz
Yeah,
once
they
again.
probably needed to spam more ults
And
into this
Liquid
round.
cannot allow themselves to be blinded by the lights right now. ULF have brought this back to even footing again. Each
God,
of the
that
players
one's-
having their moments. Ordaz is like a turret here on a swivel. Things slowly creeping in the right direction for them. Now we've got to look at the ults.
We do. That's the most important part.
Huge cycle.
Who comes out on top, as it seems like ULF want to stop Team Liquid coming anywhere near the B side, or the A side, sorry.
Yeah.
After continuous errors on the B side for Team Liquid.
I mean, it's a mixed buy for Liquid. They're going to want a scrap here.
Oh boy.
But do they really
Oh,
want
boy.
a scrap? Because it's ULF you're up against, and it's ULF who come out on top. Camo and Wayne, yes, sure you have ultimates, but do you have what it takes
Right.
to fire back? It seems to be the case. Is Wayne's Sheriff, is that exactly where he needs to?
And now a chance for the round to breathe. Wayne with 2 under his belt. He has the ult, the molly. If he can get to post plant here, there is a serious chance of winning this round. Rifle in his hands, but Stern is that first player that he has
it's
to
good
cross
timing.
in middle, and
Oh.
position Scuba is
Where is
deadly.
it?
Teleport's ready.
He's already
Couldn't be
seen the
any
cross
worse,
here, the
actually.
barrel, sorry. He's already won the round. ULF will take the advantage.
Well, this is the buy round. I'm
towards
pretty
the-
sure.
Already won the round.
Pretty sure
ULF
Liquid have
will
no.
take the advantage towards
Rounds
Yes.
or so. It's been a consistent part of their
We're pretty
default
far behind.
on the defender's side. And Liquid didn't quite look prepared for it, at least Purpo
Is this a
dived
limb
in.
yet?
Follow-up
You
difficult.
lose, you're out.
ULF wanting to challenge mid here with all 5 members.
Yeah, and those
Oh, but they're
ultimates we
going
spoke
deep.
about still
Bro, what
in
is this
play.
one?
ULF so far in front.
I mean, the
Into
flash went
enemy
so
lanes, and
early,
Stern
though.
immediately punished for that.
TP was there. They're actually still hold up in middle here, ULF. They're
I mean,
going to wait for that
The
smoke,
idea is
though,
not
before
too
they
bad,
go
man. They're up
back
against so
in.
many ults they decide to get aggro. The timing's just off a little bit.
Bring them down.
Well, the reclear will come through. You can see already, Neki looking for more information. Has seen one and the second, I think. Just Camo there. But leg scene.
This is the thing that scaling has been pretty difficult for Liquid on the whole. They've been trying to play through middle a lot. And all for having these hero moments in tight spaces. 2 players towards B, and it looks like that's the direction Liquid.
Why no Neonort here? It's not an all-in. They just want to try get a pick of the chain but get out.
Yeah, they get through mid, but remember they had problems last
could
time
make an
trying to
all-in
get out of there, and Neki may be a little bit too eager to take those fights.
30 seconds. Got to make a call on this one.
Heading towards A foot race, all through spawn. And Demo, most importantly, in A
Oh,
main,
it's a great
protected by
fade
the ult.
Yeah, that's massive, but the operator looks to try and get onto the angle, but immediately taken out. This could be flawless by Team Liquid, and it certainly seems to be the case. So Odaz, with plenty of
Just let
economy at his
Minibu hunt on
back, will
this.
attempt a 1
And
versus
get as many
5.
ults as possible.
Don't hold your breath. It is not going to happen. Minibu gets a
11-11. Ulf have a lot of money.
Exactly what Liquid need for a bit of a lift here. An in-zone flawless as we head right to the end of regulation.
Yeah, a straight answer back. But there was ultimates invested in that last one.
Fortunately for Ulf, they still have ults. One thing they don't have, money. Not in infinite supply, that's for certain. Still an op available for Stern here.
I mean, it's still a good buy.
If they don't win
Full buy.
now, that final round could be costly, and to lose in a fashion like
Okay,
that
a lot to speak
against a
about
Liquid
orbs at the
side
moment,
which
so I
they've given
Ulfa
a
go
damn
in.
good go
Info on the sides.
would be absolute heartbreak.
Dude, Liquid love middle.
Back to middle again. The trap on the offside is set in art.
Players of Liquid are going elsewhere. Need to be careful though if they do go this way. To look to just destroy the trap, and already Neki confirming
Nice.
players' positions.
Server drone saw a lot.
Team Liquid,
Spike down.
and yeah, with Spike lost, but they're still moving in towards the operator.
Oh my god, dude, you got way too much confidence. He has way too much confidence. That's his decision making.
And on B as well, Neki routing this one out at the same time, so if they head towards the other side of the map here, Liquid, there could be problems. The biggest downfall for Ulf right now is overcommitting to fights which they've been unable to win. It's going to take another huge moment to win them this one, though,
Pretty sure
I
the
think.
server just had him.
Yeah, it looks as if
Oh, for sure now.
Liquid already
Nat says if he wants to try get him some
Neki.
space.
30 seconds
worried
left.
about the positions that Ulf could have maybe taken up. With that lockdown looking to pop, Neki can't quite wrestle the crosshair back. Wrestle the spray, Demo certainly can.
Oh, he's popping out
Some
here.
clean shots from him. So back to 2v2.
Yeah, and all of these players are split up from one another. Liquid may be looking to fight towards spawn.
Nice cosmic divide, stops that backside being a problem for them, but Wayne holding on from lane, seeing if he can pop out and prove an issue too. Oh, a nice stun. Odaz caught, so it's a 1
molly.
versus 1. Wayne does not have a lot of
That's
health.
missed.
Molly. And it's not going to be
Oh,
good. That's
boy.
all.
Oh,
It's
God, the
Demo
2v4.
sends Ulf to map and series point.
Such a key round, and it's Demo again.
Dude, he's doing so
Will
good.
take Ulf
The
to
standing's doing
12.
incredible.
A 1v1 against the new boy Wayne. I have to say, it felt like if there were any errors made in this round, it was on the Ulf side. Really trying to
Nice shots
get
from him
into
here.
the fights here nice and early, but once again, you're seeing the value they're getting from this main control. It's ridiculous.
Still that frustration
Yeah,
for
some
the
rough
coaches.
decisions.
Frustration for
okay,
the
one
fans
go
who
at
have
it.
come here to watch Team Liquid go for that lower bracket run. And you can see Ulf have all the ultimates that they need. They have the better of the cycle at this moment in time. And it's going to be straight away Minibu popping his.
Yeah, this is the catalyst for Liquid. This is the one that could get things going. He's cleared a path out
the
to
5v5
the A side in its
retake for the last
entirety.
round.
Think how many times Ulf struggled to retake here.
I know.
That's what they might just be up against. If they can see this one home before an overtime.
Nat's
You say
good.
that, but Ulf have
Nat's good
all they
winner
need
here.
for the retake. Right, I'm
I say
thinking of the
winner,
overdrive
OT.
of Demo, and I'm also thinking of the null command of Fabian, which has just been taken offline. A massive kill by Naz, and
nice.
an even bigger second. It's now Team Liquid have a chance. They have some life in the game, but not before Ulf try the retake, and it's not worked out. It's gone Liquid's way. We're going all the way to
Course, yeah.
overtime.
It is nothing less than this game
I mean, that's just
deserves.
incredible.
Everyone left on the edge of their seat to find out how it will conclude. But Liquid, of course, making sure it goes the distance. It was a 14-12 win against Vitality here, their first as an organization. And some similar issues there for ULF on that same A retake that I was talking about. Didn't really get a chance to pop Fabian's ult as he went solo searching in art to find Nats. Missed shot from Stern. Couple of fine margins, but it makes all the difference.
Only thing worth talking about
just a reminder of who
is the op
they have to face in that next game tomorrow as well.
GX are going to be loving this because the longer the game goes, the less time either of these teams have to prep for the next one.
Yeah, that is true.
They even try and prep.
Oh, I mean, that's straight through smoke.
We'll get the first kill. There goes Stern. The defense with the advantage so far.
It's not the first time Stern has lost his life on B, but Liquid should be acutely aware that this is a position
they feel like they've created some kind of pressure over towards B, instantly gets cleared.
Now tasked with rejoining the rest of his team, spike in hand. As ULF have gutted out the middle of the map here.
Yeah, and found great space to move through. Wayne, though, does mark the escape in towards spawn. You can see Purple just watching anybody trying to get in towards lane.
Yeah, it's a great TP set up from Miniboo as well. He'll be ready to join the rest of the team as he's holding on to B, where ULF are scaling with intent.
Yeah, they are. Miniboo's operator on the lane. Where is Demo gone? He needs to try and find Miniboo, but Nicky does instead.
To get a second
so it's a 2 versus 3. And Spike looking to go down. Demo going further.
Yeah, ULF against the odds again.
Surely not. Through the one way?
And Demo tries to bust out at the wrong time. That's well where you can't try and take him off guard. It's Nicky now. Has to show us his best.
Oh my God.
However.
Round the side, the players don't know. There he is. A perfect play.
So
and a 1 versus 1 to try and play up against Wayne.
Oh my God, bro.
But it's the control
so
player
close,
instead.
dude.
They'll win out against ULF's leader.
I mean, in what world do you expect to find Wayne up there when you reposition? In Wayne's world, I suppose, because that's the one where Liquid get up to 13 rounds.
Wayne is growing in confidence.
Necky always good for that kind of play, but as you said,
that
takes a moment for them to get rid of Miniboo.
And I mean,
so close.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne very correctly identifying the flying player. You can see Lohan.
Dude, the complete difference from the coaches is mad.
But on the Team Liquid side, they're going through their paces, man.
It's like we've won, but at what cost?
Yeah, it looked the opposite way around if you just looked at the reactions.
Through it, poor guy.
One more round, one opportunity here for Liquid to take it in the first of the OTs. Heading towards the A site again, it's served them well up until this point. Fabian all hands on deck, but Miniboo will cut him loose. Ordash still hanging around here, needs to win that next duel.
That should be
he's going to lose it at the hands of Wayne. It's now a 5 versus 3. ULF, what have you got left?
Yeah, the player's so late to rotate, but late Stun gets to hit fire onto Miniboo.
Real opportunity here now.
Oh, you took for Camo.
To play that time.
Wayne with Molly.
Wayne has the Molly.
Oh,
He's
Wayne's
just
popped
used
his
it.
Molly, Ali.
Camo in the back lines and still ULF struggling to get in. No smoke, no cover, no hope in hell or so you'd feel. The wall goes up, that's a bit of a distraction. Dema sliding in to be the problem, but it must rely on Stern. Liquid trying to solve all their problems here. But up against Stern, it's no problem at all.
They made him fight for it, man. They really made him fight for it.
But we're yet to see if this Liquid side has sealed the
okay,
wound.
Liquid play again tomorrow.
I'm
really excited to see ULF with their full team, man.
In the lower bracket.
Yeah,
for stage 1.
Across the lower bracket into